Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Infinity and Beyond 26 podcast. I am your host, Joe DeJong, along with my co-host, Will. And today, before I introduce my first guest today, I would like to explain the reason why I wanted to be on radio and why I wanted to advocate for special needs adults. The reason why I wanted to do this is to advocate for people with special needs adults and inspire people, and also to show the community that anybody with special needs, whether they're blind or deaf or wheelchair bound or with Down syndrome, can function and work in society, in today's society, in the workforce. Excuse me. And today, I have my first guest today, and we would like to please welcome Phillip and Mike Curtis.
Hey. How you doing today, Phillip?
Good.
Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Good. So, tell me, Phillip, it's ever since you graduated, what have you been up to since you graduated?
I've been up to I graduated to Rio, and I find a job. I work at Coach Mike Curtis, and I could do some there. I lots of stuff, and I get paid every Friday. And I've been home long time ago with my family, and a good job. Work at with my church. And a great good man.
That's great.
Oh, that's good. Now tell me, Mike, what is it like working with individuals with disabilities?
Well, actually, Phil is the first person I've ever worked with a disability, so it's kind of a brand new thing for me, but it's been awesome. Phil does a lot of great stuff around our office, keeps the place nice and clean for us, which we really appreciate, and Phil always brings a very positive attitude to our office, which is very important for us, because before Phil worked there, it was kind of not the most positive environment to work in, if you know what I mean. A lot of negativity around there.
Yeah, I hear where you come
Yeah,
from.
and Phil came in, and it's just been wonderful ever since he started. So we really appreciate Phil.
You know what? Hearing you say that makes me happy, and on the positive side. But also, let's see. What is your favorite part about working? And tell me, Mike, what is your favorite part about working with Phil?
My favorite part about working with Phil is spending time with him. So we're together, probably 4 hours a week,
Yeah.
I would say. And it's honestly one of the best 4-hour blocks, I have being with Phil. He just brings, like I said before, that positive energy and positive attitude to work, which is infectious for all of us at the office. And in addition to that, Phil does keep the office really, really clean.
Yeah, he does.
So we really appreciate that, especially now in the winter, right, with all that salt being tracked in. But Phil keeps it spotless, so we're really appreciative of him.
Yeah, I think we saw him on Fox 17.
Yeah. So tell me, Phillip, you've been on Fox 17. You've been on Fox 17 recently, I heard. What is it like to be a celebrity on TV?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do like it.
That's awesome.
I work
that's really
good
awesome.
job. I get paid every Friday. And my church to me get paid the Friday. It's my buddy, best friend.
I thought I was your best friend.
Yep, and we're the best friend. And in a good job, I hang out in there, keep busy in there. I hang out with him. Go out something to eat with him. And I was social shopping with him. And I went to Myers, the movie. And I had pizza party on my birthday. And went to Ralph Austin, 19. movie. I done ODD. I did see it with him, with his family.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. It's very good though.
Mm-hmm.
What is your experience with Beyond 26?
Mike.
Oh, you're asking me.
Mike? Yes.
So I know Dirk from Beyond26. We're in the same networking group, so that's kind of how I got introduced to it. And it just so happened that Phil had applied to be a job seeker, and he lives like 2 blocks from my office. And his only mode of transportation is his bicycle, so it had to be somewhere local. So Dirk talked to me about it, and I talked to Phil and his sister, who were introduced again through Dirk, and it was a no-brainer for us at the office. So I'm extremely thankful for Beyond26, their mission and what they do, and I'm glad that they got me involved and introduced me to Phil.
That's awesome.
All right, that's really. I'm happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what was that? Now let's talk about self-advocacy. How did it help? So Philip, how did it help you get this job?
My favorite job, I'm very happy. I get paid every Friday. I know do something there. It make me happy, excited, anything. Other than great man I am, and I do job in there so much.
That's very good. And another question for you, Philip. What is your hope with people with disabilities? What is your hope?
Bond home with my family, my sister, my brother, my nephews, pets, dogs, cats, and turtles, dragon, a lizard, and an other cat, my brothers, my sisters, Boom. And I love my family so much. I do tougher and my sister's running. And I was there. My sister's running. I do raw and a great man I am. I do tougher. And I do job, take some pictures, my sister's running with my family.
That's awesome.
That's really awesome, and that's good to hear, Philip.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mike, you mind if I ask a question?
Yeah,
too?
go ahead.
What advice would you give, or not advice, but what would you tell other employers who are thinking about possibly, stepping up and being willing to be an employer for one of our job seekers?
Yeah, I would say anybody who has the ability to hire someone, or even maybe just give financially to the foundation, it would be a great thing for them, especially having someone come work in their office building or wherever they own. Again, just to reiterate, the positive attitude that Phil brings to the office every day is invaluable. So he really does help out with the office, and we love him. So anybody who has the ability, please take advantage and partake in the foundation.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been a great podcast. I guess to wrap up things, Joe, what do you got, man?
Well, you know what? I just want to thank you. I want to thank you, Philip and Mike, for coming here on my podcast for interview.
Yep.
And I would hope to see you. I would love to have you guys back here on my podcast sometime in the near future, and I hope it happens. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It was awesome.
You know what?
Very awesome.
You're very welcome.
You said you want to say thank you for tuning into today's podcast.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for today's podcast into today's podcast.
Make sure you subscribe.
And if you like this podcast, please make sure to hit like and subscribe, or comment on the section, or comment down below.
And one more thing, ladies and gentlemen.
And one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep your hopes up, and if you want a dream job in life, go out and accomplish it. Don't give up on your dream. Always reach for the stars, and keep your feet on the ground. And if you want to listen to today's podcast, if you want to listen to the podcast, you can find it on beyond26.org, or you can listen to it on YouTube. So thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll be back next week with a brand new episode on Infinity and Beyond 26. And until next time, peace into infinity and beyond 26.